So that harness does fit him. We're not going to use this one, right? If you like this color, you are more than welcome to keep this one. Do you see how much higher up on his chest this sits? This is much safer than this because he will pop straight out of this, right? And we do not want that because we do not want a little loose Stanley. Yes, good boy. And this is a hand-me-down harness from one of my favorite dogs that a client used to have. See? Yes, good boy, you look so handsome in orange. Good. Do you see how the weight is more evenly distributed across his body with that harness as opposed to this one? And I'm just going to set this right here so I don't forget it. I'm going to be working with my off hands here today because, like I said, I have a brace on my right wrist here. So again, he's leaning into this harness, right? Good boy. That right there, do you see how I made that kissy sound to him? Good boy. And now he's over here. Let's see how much of this stuff you remember. Good boy. And like I was saying, we're going to have to make sure that we have a good source of communication, a good line of communication here before we start really working on getting to meet other dogs, right? Because right now he's not paying attention to me. How do I know he's not paying attention? Because he's not looking at me. In fact, good boy! So he stopped. I'm going to kiss to him. Good boy. So again, he's expecting me to yield to his pressure. See how he's pulling on that harness? Good. And there, he yielded to my pressure. With a dog as small as he is, this is not going to be as difficult. Teaching yielding to pressure is not going to be near as difficult as it would be if he were something that was like, you know, I don't know, anything bigger than 20 pounds can get a good deal of pressure behind a leash. Good boy. So you see how that kissy sound? Good boy. Oh, good boy. But we're not going that fast. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn a circle. And do you see how he's back? Good. Behind my foot. Good boy. Another thing that we're going to talk about real quick as far as equipment goes, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful walk. Another thing we're going to talk about as far as equipment goes is not just the harness, but even more importantly is your leash. No more retractable leashes for walking. No more. Retractable leashes have a very, very limited use. And retractable leashes are in fact not meant for walking at all, but teaching recall, which is come when called. Well, I prefer a long lead. I hear one of my neighbors coming down this driveway, so I'm going to call him back into the driveway over here. Good boy. And I'm expecting him to bark. I'm going to keep him walking. Good boy. And I'm expecting him to want to bark at this car. Walk. So we're going to walk away from it. Good boy. Whoa. Yeah. I am. No, just me. Just Sullivan. Okay, I'll contact them and let them know. Oh, okay, good, yeah. Oh, yeah. You do the same? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So he barked just a little bit, right? But because I didn't acknowledge his barking, and also I don't see that mail truck as a big deal, he's not going to make as big of a deal out of it. Do you see how he's wandering all over the place? You find some squirrel poop or something? Yeah. Very minimal attention is being paid here. That's okay. New place, distractions, all good, right? Kiss to him. Good. Do you see how that gets his attention? And we're going to stop. Good boy. I'm going to verbally reward, and when he looks at me and I'm looking at him and I'm smiling at him and I'm telling him he's a good boy, That's a reward for him, right? We don't always need to pop a treat in his mouth. See, right? Because you're a little bit chunksome as it is, little man. You're just a tad chunky. Or, oh, good boy. Whoa. Now, just because I tell you you're a good boy, come on, let's go this way. Good. I'm going to get him back behind my foot where I want him. Whoa. Very good, Stan. And he's not looking at me. Oh, there he is. Come on. Good boy. He hears that L word. Look at me. Yes. A glance is just as fine. We're in a new place. Minimal effort is accepted for right now. Good boy, even though I'd like more. That's all right. New place, lots of smells, lots of things going on. It's kind of hot. It's humid more than anything. This is a beautiful walk right here. I like this a lot. Like I was saying, no more retractable leashes. They have a very limited use. They are meant for teaching come when called. However, as y'all found out, he can hit the end of that leash and pull it out of your hand, right? We don't want that. That is not safe for him. That is not safe for y'all. That is not safe for anyone else involved, right? No more retractable leashes unless he's going out to go potty. Get you a standard 4 to 6 foot lead, nylon. This is about as basic as they come. Good. And get a small one. Don't get one of the ones with the great big clasps, right? He's a little man. He's a little man. We're going to walk. We're going to walk. Yes, we are. We're going to walk, 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 walk. That's okay. I'm going to stand between him with my legs. Eh. 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 Good boy. Walk. Walk. Good boy. Good boy. Right? I don't care that I'm had my back entirely facing that person the entire time. It's fine. Let's walk. You're getting tired. I see that. Good boy. Work. Good boy, Stanley. A very good boy, Stanley. A very good boy, Stanley. Oh, a good boy, yes. And now, I'm going to stop asking him to do anything. We're just going to run because this is fun for Stanley. Because this is fun for Stanley. And we're going to work. Oh, good boy, Stanley. Oh, good boy, Stanley. Good job. Good job. Work. Good boy. And when I'm asking him to whoa, which means stop, you know me, I'm an equestrian. Good boy. I like to reuse my terminology here. Whoa. Yes. When I stop, you stop. When I stop, we stop. Yes, we do. Oh, that's so good. Now he's paying attention. Now we can get treats, right? Good. Work. Good, Stanley. And do you see how he's attached to me via a carabiner? However, I don't have a hand on this leash, right? This leash should never be tight because if we teach our dogs to walk on a tight leash, they will think that a tight leash is what we want, and it is the opposite of what we want. If I can get a horse, 12,000 pound animal, to walk in a heel position and or 3 feet behind me, I can get in a dog of any size to do it, right? Good boy. Or sit. No. Let him sit. Yes. Take it. Let's walk. Yes and no. I like those words. They're quick, they're easy to say, and we can inflect our tone very easily upon those words. Good boy. Whoa. Good boy. So we do know how to sit. Let's see what else we got. Do we remember how to lay down? Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. Can we do a combo? Oh, yes, we can. Oh, yes, we can. Stand, stand. Yes. Oh, that is so good. Now let's break. Good boy, Stanley. Let's run. Oh, let's be run, 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 run. He's like, oh my God, it's hot. Oh, good boy, Stanley. Let's go. Come on. Run, 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 run. Good boy. Good. And now, when you get you a non-retractable basic leash right here, the only time he can use a retractable leash is when he's going out to potty in the yard. It is acceptable for that, right? But a retractable leash is not acceptable for leash walking. It is dangerous, in fact. Whoa, whoa. rope burns, strangulation. And if a dog tags the end of your retractable leash too hard, now you just have a broken 15-foot tiny string on your hands, right? And that's no fun for anybody. Come on in, Stan. Good boy. And so he's paying some good attention. Well, good. Do you see how when this leash gets tight, I stop moving? Because we're not going anywhere when you think you're leading me. I lead you, not the other way around. So again, you're going to hear some more vocabulary here. I'm going to bump. Good. Do you see how that helped him yield to the pressure? Because if we're just holding, he's like, oh, okay, I can just lean into this. I don't want you to just lean into it. I want you to yield to it. I want you to give to my pressure, right? He's just sniffing around. That's fine. There's no tension on this leash, so I don't care. As long as there is no tension on the leash, it's all good right now, right? Ooh, it is getting steamy. Good gracious. Good. And we're going to get used to, yes, that's poop. We're going to get used to this yard without another dog in it first, right? So we'll pretend your dog's afraid of the bathtub, right? Or afraid of a vacuum cleaner, even easier. Because that's all it is. His reaction to other dogs is fear-based, right? A lot of the times people are like, oh, my dog acts reactively or acts aggressively towards other animals or other stimulus of any sort. It's probably not actual aggression. Very true non-fear-based aggression is the least common behavioral issue in dogs. Because, dogs don't just act without a reason. Horses don't just act without a reason, you know? They feel like they have a reason. Even if the reason seems completely irrational to us, that's all right. They think that they have a good reason for it. And it's up to us as the people with the giant monkey brains that walk on two legs, you know what I'm saying? As the superior species, we're more intelligent. So, like a parent, we have to try to see it from their point of view. And look where he is. He's right behind me. Not on a leash. This dog could wander off all the way up there. Be totally fine. He's not. Where is he? He's right there. Yep. Where? Good boy. Like I said, line of communication. Good boy. The Titan's starting to make some sound inside. I like that as a nice distraction. Come on, Stan. Good boy. Good boy. And I want him to sniff around. I want him to smell all the smells that are in this yard, right? Because next week, when we come over here, there's going to be a dog back here. It's going to be crazy. Like I said, I'm probably going to start with Moneypenny. And like you said, he has seen my boys before. It has been years. So it will be like he has never seen them in his life, right? Dogs aren't like people. They will remember a smell. However, even if it's been like 4 months and a dog has only met my pack 1 or 2 times, it'll be like the very first time they've ever seen them. All right, so what am I going to do to get his attention? I'm going to squat down. Good boy. I'm going to make that kissy sound to it. Good boy. Good boy. Like I said, when you get your basic non-retractable leash here, and about 6 feet is what I would do, 4 to 6 feet or what are most common. But I want you to practice with it in your yard, in your house. And when you're working with it, I want you to practice, yes, handsome, smiley boy. I want you to practice having 0 tension on the leash. Oh, you don't like those as well? Oh, pfft. Stanley, how about this one? How about this one, you picky little goose? No, okay, we just don't want any anymore. That's fine. Come on, Stan. Good boy. Good boy. But we do have that basic line of communication. I'm not going to force feed him treats if he doesn't want them. That's fine. Hi. You pooping? That's probably why you didn't want a treat. I'm just going to walk around this yard, right? This is almost the exact same behavior a dog would do. What are we doing? We're walking around the yard checking stuff out. Because this is how we teach a dog how to dog. We have to act like dog. Good. Like, that's exactly what I was saying about how it's our job to interpret their behavior. Hi! And then show them and teach them how we would prefer them act instead. Because what we want our dog to do and what our dog naturally wants to do, a lot of times are opposite. Like, he likes to bark, right? Don't you? Yes. So you like to make a whole lot of noise. Oh, yes, we do. And I'm a dachshund, so that's my specialty. So he likes to make a lot of noise. We don't want him to bark at everything that moves, right? But that barking, that's what he's programmed instinctually to do. You want this now after you pooped? Nope. Okay, that's fine. He may just be thirsty. That's okay. Good boy. And I'm going to offer the treat. If he doesn't want the treat, if he takes the treat and spits it out, I don't care. That's fine. He's telling me right there that he is being this good. He's staying right with me. He is acquiescing and doing exactly what I'm asking him to for nothing more than this right here. And we like that. Because I like when my verbal praise and my physical affection are more than plenty. Yes, and say for you that all can have a kiss. Oh, thank you for your sweet little kisses. Good boy. Good. And notice when we were out front and I asked him to sit and he didn't, I told him no and I walked a few steps and then we tried it again. This is a dog that wants to make people happy. He wants to do what you're asking him to, right? But it's up to us to find that line of communication where he goes, oh, okay, I want to work for this, right? Because, I don't know, I treat everything like it's the size of a horse, even if they're only 8 pounds, right? I can't make him do anything, can I? Good boy. Because making something do something is not teaching. That's fear. We don't want fear. Good boy. We want the opposite of fear. We want confidence, right? Good boy. We like the nice loose tail wag happening. So I'm gonna, whoa. Good sit, Stan. Notice how I'm between him and the door. And I'm facing him, right? Good. Come on. I'm going to ask him to come out. I'm going to invite him. Yeah, that's okay. It's just the HVAC unit. Some brilliant individual designed this gate. Put it right in front of that thing. Good boy. Tone is incredibly important, right? Because if we say, Stanley, sit. That sounds like a question, right? Hey, Stanley. Good boy. Good boy. Also, same thing if like, whoa, good. I saw he was getting towards the end of that leash. We stopped. Good boy. I'm a kiss to him. Good boy. Dogs are really cool because you can just stand beside them and they can triangulate which side of you or which side of them you're on. See how he just always wants to be in front of me? Even if I didn't know y'all used a retractable leash, I'd bet on it. Good, 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 good. Because he just thinks he has infinite, whoop. Good. He thinks he has an infinite amount of space, which is not the case. Come on. Good boy. Whoa. Come on. And for right now, because I'm just going to be nitpicky because I expect a little bit more. Yes, because you were giving me more a few minutes ago. Whoa. Yeah. I'm going to shorten this leash up, right? Good boy. And he's looking at me, and I like that. And I'm looking at him, and I'm smiling at him, right? Whoa. Good. 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 Now, even with a horse, let's walk. We're going to use, even with a great big dog, you know, even something captain size, 80 plus pounds, right? I'm just going to stop. Good. And when he stops, that leash should be nice and loose My arm should be nice and relaxed. And I'm holding it literally open-handed. Just to over-exaggerate, I'm going to pinch it barely between my two fingertips. Stanley, let's walk. Good. I'm going to tell him what I expect him to do. Stanley, whoa. Good boy. Hey, Stan. Good boy. Let's walk. Good boy. And so he's trying to cut across to the other side. I'm just going to hold my hand out this way, the direction I'd like him to go. Good boy. Good boy. And we're going to work. Good. Good, 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 good. And just because I want to make sure I got a good shot of it, when I say the vocabulary term, we're going to bump on his leash, I don't mean we're going to take our whole arm and jerk back and forth. I mean we are going to take our fingertips. Do you see how that moves? And do you see how he sat down? Yes. Even a dog captain size, I can flip that lead, that clasp, onto the left or the right side of his body while we're walking on a trail and I'm behind him. So like to the right. Good. Do you see how he turned his body towards the right side? He feels the weight of that clasp moving. Good. We like a dog that's sensitive like that. We like that a lot. Good. And when we're getting in and out of the car here, like I said, I am going to leave that orange harness on him in case you want that one. If you like it, you can just have it. Good. So I'm going to throw this up in here first. Whoa. Good boy. Because I'm going to help him, I'm just going to pick him all the way up because you are a tiny little Stan. But, and also I'm going to turn the AC back on. I'm going to offer him some water. Good boy. But when we get out of the car, I'm going to open the door. And he's not going to be like moving back and forth like a leaf floating in the wind, right? We're not doing this like teeter-totter. Oh, I'm ready to get out. Oh, I'm ready to get out. No, you're going to sit and you're going to look at me and then I'm going to pick you up and get you out, right? Say, because that's just safe. That's just much safer. You did very good, Bowie.